do you waste following up and answering phone calls that absolutely go nowhere? You know those telesales people, right? And the ones that turn out just to be spam or another salesperson or even just someone checking prices. Or even worse, how many important calls have you missed because you were like deep in that focus mode, or maybe you were talking to another client? So let's be honest, just trying to enjoy your weekend you could be doing, but you missed that important call. Well, I used to live like that, in a constant tug of war between wanting to give a customer really awesome customer service, but then being interrupted all the time, or wanting to capture every lead or potential new client, but honestly feeling like I need to clone myself. And then guess what? I discovered the power of our receptionist team. It's powered by AI. So just imagine this. Your phone rings and a really warm, friendly voice answers, not a robotic push the button. You know, do you want option 1? Do you want option 2? And also, it asks the right questions. It can answer questions. If it can't reply, it will then route the call to you and your phone, or it can just take a message, or even better, book appointments for you. All while you keep working, coaching, or just sipping that cocktail on the weekend. So, if this sounds like a dream and you would like your own receptionist for the fraction, or like pennies on the dollar, for what it would pay for a human receptionist, in the chat, give us the word receptionist. And that's exactly what we're going to be diving into today. This week, week 3 of our OmniTEAMS AI Challenge, we're going to be building out your AI receptionist team. That frontline support that gives 5-star support without you lifting a finger. So if you're ready to turn those missed calls into booked clients, let's do this. Now, as always, we're going to head on into our theme song for the next 3.5 minutes while we wait for all the VIPs to join us inside of Zoom. And let's do it, and I'll see you back here in 3.5.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just good than the others think. And who cares if you might miss it? Shine, go ahead and shine, darling, go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling, go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine.
Hello, welcome to our weekly strategy with Sally, beautiful humans out there in the big wide world. It's our weekly live where I help you to simplify your system, streamline your tech, and scale your business using automation. And I love automation. I mean, I dream about tags and squiggly lines. I'm a real automation nerd, and honestly, I just like taking complicated stuff and simplifying it. So, we're currently in week 3 of our OmniTEAMS AI challenge. And if we haven't already met, I help small business owners to create really stress-free systems using automation so that you can do more of what you love doing, which is not admin tasks, probably being with your clients and your people. Now, this week is week 3 of the AI challenge, and today we're going to be building out your receptionist team. And it's going to be powered by voice AI inside of OmniSam. And later, hang on in because I'm also going to give you a little QR code where you can test our little Samantha, who is our voice AI, and you can have a chat with her by giving her a call on the phone. Now, this isn't like having to code really fancy chat bots that, first take a lot of code, or having to have a chatbot that just forgets the name of the person that they're speaking to. I mean, having a real AI receptionist is somebody who answers the phone 24/7. They greet callers really warm and professionally, and then if needed, they'll route the call to a human team member if needed. They can also take bookings for you without you even lifting a finger. And that's what we're going to go through today. And we're going to jump on over into OmniSam as well. And I'm going to show you what to do, how to set it up, and how to make it feel like a real human, not one of those cold robots. So I want to hear from you. Drop in the comments if you currently have somebody answering calls, or maybe you're missing out on calls because you're not answering them and they're going to voicemail and maybe sometimes just disappearing into that void. But today we're going to fix that. So you see, let's get real for a minute. What actually happens is someone's going to call your business, right? And do they get a warm welcome, or do they hit that voicemail that says, hey, just please leave a message? And let's be honest, do they even leave a message, or do they just hang up? Most small businesses I talk to tell me the same thing, that they miss important calls while they're, say, in a Zoom meeting or with their clients, or, a hairdresser I spoke to the other day. She's busy cutting hair and she's in the middle of a conversation. She runs over to the phone and misses the call. Or sometimes the phone just rings and it rings out because you just can't get there. Or it goes to voicemail and then you forget to check it until days later. And I'm all about speed to lead, right? Now, what this actually does is it will cost you leads, it will cost you trust, but eventually it's also going to cost you sales. So when people don't get a response, they're quickly going to move on to somebody else, right? That next Google competitor, or the next person on their call list that they see inside of Google Maps, and they just go and call somebody else. And it's not personal. It's just sometimes just people need an answer and help right away. So if your business depends on human touch points, having appointments and, speed to lead, fast responses, not having a receptionist built in place can actually be a blind spot in your business. So let me know in the chat, have you ever discovered a missed call and thought to yourself, oh, that could have been a client? Or worse, they actually called, but nobody got back to them. Ugh, it hurts, right? And then, you get a bit stressed because you've lost some money, but we're going to fix that today. And with the right AI receptionist, well, that's what I like to call the voice AI, this problem can disappear, and you'll wonder how you ever lived without it. That's the power of voice AI. And now let's kind of flip the script a little bit and imagine every single time. Oh, coffee's here. Hang on. Sorry, priorities, people. I haven't had my first coffee of the day. Thank you, husband of 22 years on Saturday. Imagine every single time someone called your business, they were met with a really warm, professional, confident voice. One that sounds human, that's helpful, is on brand, can answer questions, and no matter what time of the day it is. And that is truly the power of voice AI, but when it's done right. Your caller gets greeted by this custom script. It knows exactly what to say, how to say it. It will ask them for their name. It will check the spelling of the name. It will ask for their email address. Well, it doesn't have to ask for the phone number because they've called, so it already has that. And then it'll check the spelling of the email address, right? And it doesn't freeze up. It doesn't mispronounce the person's name. It doesn't go on a lunch break, or it doesn't forget to take messages, but instead it will answer the call, reply to all the questions that you ask. And if there's certain questions that you're like, give it to a human, it will route the question through to a human. Or if, like what we have set up, if it asks for the price, well, we can't really give a good, easy price for our products because it depends on what they're actually after. So again, it automatically routes the call to a human. And it will send you a missed call text message as well. And the cool part I love about this is it even books appointments for you, right? And here's the kicker. It sounds like it belongs on your team because it actually is your team. So there was a couple of weeks ago I was talking to a hairdresser and she was really struggling for a really long time cutting people's hair, having those, conversations that hairdressers have with you, right? They're like that therapist that you don't have to pay therapist fees for. You're getting a beautiful do at the same time. But she'd be busy talking away to her clients, and she told me that she just felt like she was ghosting people all the time and she felt like they thought she didn't care, but she was busy cutting hair and running backwards and forwards. And sometimes it's just those bloody telesales people on the other end, right? And so she implemented Voice AI Receptionist inside her business. So within about 48 hours, it was now answering calls for her. It was checking and qualifying people for her. It was filtering out all of those annoying telesales calls. And it was booking appointments in her calendar. And she didn't have to hire somebody new. She didn't lose that really personal touch. She got to stay with the client that's sitting in the chair. And she said to me, she's gaining so many more clients because her response time is instant. And this is where AI stops being scary because it's actually smart. It's not replacing you, it's just supporting you. It's showing up for your business when you can't. So you can spend more time doing the things that you, the human, need to do. So let me know in the chat, would you like a receptionist that's working 24/7 for you for pennies on the dollar? Seriously, cents on the dollar, or we should say cents on the dollar here in Australia, right? So now you can see the problem where you might be missing leads and losing time or getting stuck. And now you've got a digital receptionist who could easily do it for you. And hopefully you can now see the potential of a 24/7 voice assistant that responds professionally, they protect your time and convert calls into bookings and into clients. But you might be thinking, oh, great, Sally, here you go. But this just sounds way too techie for me. Maybe you're thinking it's probably really complicated to set up. Maybe the voice is a bit robotic, or what if I don't even know what to say in the script that I do? Well, let me pause you right there, because this is the whole reason why this OmniTEAMS AI challenge exists, because I'm going to show you how to set it up step by step to make it really, really super simple and easy for you to get your very first AI employee onboarded and working. Now, over the past 3 weeks, the first week we looked at your content team and how to create content. Last week, we looked at your conversations team. So those people who are in your DMs, SMS texts, any of the written word stuff. And this week, it's all about the power of voice. And think of this like your phone rings, and instead of ignoring it, they get a detailed outline from them. It will ask the right questions, and it picks up that call every single time. It greets them. It even gets their name and contact info. It answers questions for you. And if it can't answer questions, it's going to send it on through to that human and schedule those appointments. And I can promise you, it's no code. It's not crazy chaos. And no, it's not going to make you too busy. You're not going to be too busy to set this up, because once it's done, then you have a team member without the high payroll and all the HR headaches that come with that as well. So here's the good news. Today I'm going to walk you through click by click to set it up. And if this sounds helpful and professional to you and something that you want to do, I'll let you know that we do have a 30-day trial. We call it a winter price freeze, but if you're in America and it's summer, sorry guys, but it's winter here and it's bloody freezing. We don't get snow, but it's cold enough. The water on the top of the bird bath freezes. So yesterday, our whole grass was frozen, and I know my husband loves his green grass. It's going to be yellow now. So we're doing a winter price freeze. You can try all of the AI employees for free for 30 days, right? And anyway, let's jump on over to my computer and show you how to set this up. If you're listening to this on the podcast, come chase us down over on YouTube so you can see the share screen. So here we are inside of OmniSam, and on the left-hand menu, what I want you to do is look down the bottom here for settings, and you're going to click on settings. So in our previous OmniTEAMS challenge, we've looked at the knowledge base and how to set up your knowledge base. Last week we looked at your conversation AI, and this week we're heading into the voice agent. So in here you will see Samantha is our little test pilot here, and let me show you her settings. So when you set up an agent, you need to fill in all of this information. So what is the agent's name? What is your business name? What language? And then you get to test different voices. Now, I'm not sure if this sound's going to come through.
Hello, my name is Jess. I love people and good conversations. What do you feel like talking about today?
So hopefully that came through on the live stream for you, but there's loads and loads and loads of different voices to choose from. You can then choose the direction. So do you want them to just answer inbound calls, or eventually the developers, we're still working on that, but outbound will be coming soon. personally, I think receiving calls and having a voice receptionist there for you is good. Making outbound calls, I'm not really into that. But maybe somebody will change my mind. I think receiving calls and answering and then filtering and then going through to a human, I think that's pretty good because it's a great time-saving thing, but it doesn't take away the human, it just supports them. Now, the initial message that when they pick up, they say, so I've got mine saying, "G'day, legend," right? She's an Aussie. "I'm Samantha, your Omni demo AI, built by a human. So blame them if I'm a little quirky. Got questions? Hit me up and I'll give it a red hot go." So she's, I really used how I think Samantha would talk, as she's a Aussie female, because this is an Aussie female software company. All right. Then across here, you'll see, advanced options. And this is where you'll set up how long you let the call go for. So you can see up to 15 minutes is the maximum amount of time the voice AI will work. The response speed, how quickly does she respond to each of the questions? And then idle time. So if the person stops speaking, they then ask another question, so I've got that set. I should have it set to 10 seconds. So then your response speed regarding normal, brisk or fast, I recommend that you test it yourself to see if you feel that it needs to be quicker on the responses as well. So that's part of your advanced settings. Now, if you're setting up, and I'll just come back to you for one moment, if you're setting up a voice AI, you're going to need to attach a phone number to it, okay? Now, if you want different types of voice AIs, so say one is just for inbound leads, and then another one might be your support line for current paying customers, you will need separate phone numbers if they serve a different purpose, okay? So there will be additional phone numbers. You can have as many of them as you want, but seriously, it's a tiny amount compared to, I think it's like $20 here in Australia a month for a phone line. So let's go back over to the screen. Now, the next section along the top here, you'll see agent goals. So what do we want our agent to do? So we've been through how to set up the knowledge base. So I have attached our knowledge base here. So they will go through that 150 or 60 odd FAQs that have been written and any website that we've, pulled information from. Also, it does come with ready-made when to use the knowledge base. And then also these prompts that are in here, these prompts are actually already there for you. Now, I recommend that you do read the prompts, and if you've got any of your own prompts that you've used in the past and you like, you can certainly add them in here. But honestly, I just like what came with it. I just left it as is and it's worked fine. Then you can set up some actions. So this is where under the set up your actions, you can actually ask it to do different things. So I've got here, transfer the call when, and if the user wants to talk to a human. I know when I'm on the call with a robot, I'm like, give me a human. I want to talk to a human. And then it'll just go, please wait, I'm transferring you to our support team. Right? And then you put in the phone number that you want the call transferred to. The other things you can do is you can trigger different workflows. So if you've got a workflow that sends a text message at the end, you can trigger that. You can just directly send a text message. So you can input what message, when should they deliver the text message, what should they say before sending a text message, right? Another action you can do is to update contact fields. So in here during the call, if they give us their, for example, time zone, then we could get the voice AI to update that. We can tell them whether we want to overwrite any fields or don't update them if there's already things in there. Now, I've got a lot of fields which I haven't built into here, but are qualifying questions like, what are your top 3 struggles, right? And then with the answer, I could get them to populate those fields out. So if I come down here, actually, will it let me struggle? See, top 3 struggles. That's a field that I have for the customer's records. And if you've got the business in a box, we've given you that field inside of the business in a box. And then what to update in the field, and then provide an example of what the voice AI will say before updating the field. The other actions you can do is to book an appointment. Now, this is awesome because previously they would book an appointment and then the voice AI would then forget that it had booked an appointment, and if they referred to the appointment, it would go back to booking an appointment. And in the last 2 weeks, the developers have done an update. Now it remembers all the appointments and it will repeat them back to you and check the contacts record and all that cool stuff. All right, so that's during the call, the things that you can do. Then after the call, right, we can extract the email, we can extract the name, and then we also have the option, which I like to do, is send a text message, right, to let them know. So if we put in send a text message, and we would let them confirm that we've just had the call, when should it take place if you don't transfer the call. If they do, we'll say something along the lines of, thank you for your call. I've forwarded all the information to the human, right? So I like to make them fun and quirky, and I don't like to hide the fact that it's an AI because I kind of like to show off that it is an AI and it's pretty cool. I mean, you could ask it the meaning of life if you want to, and it might give it a crack. Now, the one thing that it will do is it can only answer 25 times and then the call will end. So there is a limit on that, and I've been getting people to test it without telling them that they'll only respond 25 times to see how many questions they ask and how long they talk to them, or do they just get cut off? So those who just keep asking and having fun with it, I was down at our four-wheel drive club getaway. We went on a getaway a couple of weeks ago, and someone was playing with it, and she's asking him, do you have any animals? And she's answering questions and then asking them, and then the AI's asking her about her animals. It was pretty funny to watch. But she didn't use up her 25 questions, and she was done playing around with it. All right. Now, the next part here is phone and availability. So on here, you will choose the phone number that you assign to the AI. So this is the number that people will call. Now this bit here, enabling the AI as a backup phone number. This means that the AI will answer all the calls. So I don't turn that on, because if I'm getting a phone call, enabling AI as a backup to the phone number pool, the AI agent will answer all calls. So this agent is already set up to answer all calls, and you can actually set working hours. So, for example, say I'm happy to answer the calls every time, then between, say, 9 and 5. But outside those working hours, that's when the AI will pick up for you. Now, there is remember that delay. So back here under, where was it? Agent details, under advanced settings. Where was it? There is a delay here somewhere on whether or not they pick up. And then this is just all of your analytics. So we've just been testing her out a little bit, but you can come in here and test the analytics. But that's as simple as it is. And then you can, on the right-hand side, you can test your agent. So you can select the number to call from and then enter the number you want to receive. So that's your phone number, and then you can test the call and she'll call you and then you can pick up, or you call her. That's probably what I prefer to do, is you call her and she will answer. See, no code needed. All that work you did setting up your knowledge base back in week 1, that is going to help her to do all the things, right? Pretty cool. I love, love, love our voice AI. Okay, so that's how to set up your voice AI. Who would like to give her a phone call? Would you like to try her out? Well, if you're listening to this on the podcast, you will need to call. Let me just get that number. +1 855 988 333. Okay, so that's the number you can call, but I've made something even easier for you on the YouTube. Here, where I find my little setting over here, is a QR code. So what I've done is I have, inside of OmniSam, I've created a QR code to make a phone call. So if you scan that QR code now that's on the screen, come on, pick up your phone, you will see that it will load the phone number for you to click the button and make a call. Have a chat with her. Ask her some funny questions, but she's really there to be able to answer your questions. So I'm going to do it. I don't know if it's going to come through my phone to here, but let's give it a crack. I'm going to click on the code and you'll see it's loading, and at the bottom there, it brings up the phone number on your phone. I'm going to click call. I'm going to put it on speaker, and here we go.
G'day, legend. I'm Samantha, your OmniSam demo AI. Built by a human, so blame them if I'm a bit quirky. Got questions? Hit me. I'll give it a red hot go.
Can you tell me, does OmniSam allow you to build courses?
Yes, OmniSam lets you build and host online courses. You can create unlimited courses with modules, lessons, quizzes, completion certificates, and manage access through memberships. Sounds pretty neat, right? Anything else you'd like to know?
Am I able to collect payments through the system?
Sure.
She's
Absolutely. OmniSam allows you to collect payments directly when customers book appointments. You can integrate with payment gateways like Stripe, Authorized.net, and others to handle transactions smoothly. Need help setting it up?
No, I'm just inquiring. What type of businesses would want to use OmniSam?
OmniSam is perfect for small businesses looking to streamline their marketing, sales, and customer journey. It's great for those who need CRM, automation, websites, courses, and more, all in one place. Sounds like a fit for you?
I'm not sure if it fits my business.
No worries. If you're unsure, I can connect you with our team for a live demo or more info. Would you like me to do that?
Not at this stage. Are you an AI bot?
Yep, you got it. I'm an AI here to help with your OmniSam questions. Anything else you're curious about?
How much is it? All right. So I may... Can you tell me how much it is for OmniSam?
I've connected you.
Yeah, so now it's calling, and you can hear in the background, my phone's calling. So there we go. So I think I might speed up her delay a little bit. So it's been about a week or two since I've actually been in. But there you go. You can go jump in, have a little bit of fun with her, have a chat with her. And so GSD, right? Now we've talked about AI. I've shown you how easy it is to set up. You know how you can get this done. It's your time to GSD. That's right, to get stuff done. So here's your action task for this week in the OmniTEAMS AI Challenge. I want you to test out Samantha, have a play with her, and then I want you to program your own, okay? I want you to attach it to your knowledge base. And if you need help on how to set up your knowledge base, you can go back to the week 1 episode where we went through how to set that up. Choose a voice that you want. Like, I love Samantha's voice. She sounds like an Aussie, which is exactly what I wanted. And then test her. You will need to have a connected phone number in your account to be able to use her, of course, because, well, she makes phone calls and talks to people. And tweak that voice, write that, introduction as well when you're setting it up. So that sort of initial message. I wanted people to know that she was an AI and, kind of reference that humans are imperfect. So therefore she's imperfect, right? If she's programmed by a human, she's definitely not going to be perfect. And, I kind of like to lean into the funny parts of that. But you can also build out all different FAQs, how to answer certain questions. So if you haven't yet tried all the different team options inside of AI, you've got the content team, you've got the conversations team, so those who, type and reply to people through social media and text messages and emails, all that. And now we're looking at your reception team, so your voice AI. Next week, we're going to be looking at your tech team. So we're going to look at workflows and automation team who can help you actually build out things or tell you what your workflows are doing and what their purpose is. Now, just know when you're setting up this, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you need to get started to move that actual needle, right? So let me know in the chat if you are going to set up a voice AI. Drop a little check emoji in the chat if you're going to give it a go, because we really love to celebrate action takers around here. So as we wrap up today, I want you to sort of really think seriously about all of the different AI team that's available inside of OmniSam or your employees, right? You don't have to go and hire people. You can just do it with smart systems. So today we covered how to identify, lost money due to missed calls. We explored the power of voice AI, and I walked you through click by click inside of my OmniSam account to set up your AI receptionist team. So if you do not have OmniSam and you'd like to give it a crack, we also have a 14-day free trial for the software itself. And if you want to turn on your receptionist team, you can do that directly inside your dashboard for 30 days for free. So for more information, just head to omnisam.com.au and also Google GSD by OmniSam. That's our community support full of challenges, walkthroughs. So you can also head on over into our Facebook community, or we have a private community. If you want any help or you've got any questions, just reach out to my team at support@omnisam.com.au or give Samantha a call, right? She'll let you know some of the questions that you might have. So, as always, before we head off, I'm going to bring a couple of people up for a key takeaway. Let's bring up Sarah. Sarah, come on up. I've just got to make sure you're on screen. One moment, please. There she is. Just start talking, Sarah. You should come in.
You caught me mid-chew. I just took a bite. But that's okay. That's okay. Well, I haven't watched the first 2 sessions because I didn't think I was in a place to need the AI, but this one really intrigued me, and I liked how easy it is to set up because, like you said, you don't need to do coding or programming or, complex logic. It does it all for you. So I may have to look at that now that I know that it's relatively easy to do.
Awesome. I love that. All right. Next, Karen, come on up.
Hi, Sally. How's Sarah? Yes, I was just watching. I did like the ease of setting it up and creating it. I did like the transparency that it is a bot, because sometimes that can get frustrating, just as you were saying. I did think she sounded more responsive than she used to, like when I first started, I remember going like, can I speak to somebody? And I also liked the idea that she could also then transfer it to somebody if she can't answer the question.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, so jump in, have a play around, guys. So use that QR code to give Samantha a call. I have just set up, Samantha has her own business page now. So if anyone remembers Dr. Sparkle from back in the day, yeah, Sarah's nodding. We're now making Samantha her own Facebook page. So when we're going to start running challenges in the new quarter, Samantha will be part of the challenge support team, so she'll be able to take phone calls, and also she'll be able to respond to DMs and all sorts of fun things. But yeah, coming up next quarter, keep your eye out. We've got a few challenges planned for you, but this month's challenge is all about your OmniTEAM, setting up your AI team for literally cents on the dollar, really, compared to having a real staff member, so that you can spend more time doing what you love and also, hanging out with your people, or just, finishing up early because your receptionist has got it handled for you. All right, guys, as always, never let anyone dull your sparkle. Make sure you get at least one income-producing activity done each and every day. And I'll see you next week, same time, 9 a.m. Melbourne time, Australia, for our Strategy with Sally. Have a good one, guys. Bye for now.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of